Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk. Hope you guys are having a day, and before we start off with this series, I just want to let you guys know that we're almost reaching 1,000 subs. Thank you guys for almost getting us there. But let me know if there's something that you want to do for reaching 1,000. Just let me know in the comments below. And let's start off with the biggest news of it all, that Gianluigi Donnarumma will not be extending his stay at AC Milan, and after his contract is up in 2018, he will be leaving. Last Let's Talk, I did say that AC Milan are winning the transfer market, or transfer window, and they look set, and it couldn't get much better for them. Well, I was right. It didn't. It got a lot worse now, because their future and the key player they had set to help them go from this mid-table team to back to the champions like they were a few years ago, or a decade ago, was the Donnarumma, the prodigy, the teenager star, comes up from the ranks of AC Milan and becomes their next big thing. He wanted to be the captain. He said many times that he wanted to be the next big thing at Milan, but now he's moving on, and now there's a lot of clubs interested. Even though in his last game for the U21s, Italy fans are throwing fake money at him because they think it's about the money, which I personally don't believe, because he was offered 80K a week, or around millions. He'll be making millions and all that, and I just truly think he just wants to play for the best club, and that is to say that I think AC Milan will become amazing club now with the money they're using on players like Andrea Silva, Musacchio, Ricardo Rodriguez, Kise, and all the other rumors they're trying to sign, like Conti and Biglia and Balde. It's what they look like they're going to be a top team, but I think he wants to be part of a top team now. He wants to play Champions League throughout his entire career. He just wants to be at a place that he knows is always going to be at the top for a very long time, and that's the only issue that I feel like he has with AC Milan. I don't think it's more about the money. I think it's more about his desire to play at the very best. And well, with his agent Mino Raiola, I feel like he will be going to Juventus. And I know there's a lot of rumors that he'll be signing to PSG, Real Madrid, Juventus, any other big club out there he's been rumored to. But I think him going to Juventus is just the perfect thing for Juve, and what happens with Buffon. Because Buffon has quoted that after the 2018 World Cup, he will likely retire. So if he retires after the World Cup in 2018, that's exactly when his Donnarumma's contract expires. So it's a perfect way of him giving him the throne to Italy's #1 keeper, and Juventus' #1 keeper, and him becoming the next big Italian keeper. It just works out perfectly. It fits in very well. It also goes along with his agent that has a very, very close connections with Juve, because he is the agent of Paul Pogba, who used to play there. He's also the agent of their other rising star, if I remember his name right. It's a 16-year-old striker who looks like he might be the next big thing for Juve. He has very close connections with Juve, and I believe that he is pushing him to go to a team like Juventus other than staying at AC Milan. And that's why I think he's going there. I think he's just a perfect fit for Juve. And I know that AC Milan fans will hate it, and I understand that it's not what most people think. I don't think it's about the money. I think it'll be another great signing for Real Madrid, that are keep looking at a goalkeeper. Even though Keylor Navas is fine, I think they're just trying to find their next Casillas, because they've been missing. They just keep after him, being loyal to them for 20-something years. Then he's gone, and even though Navas is being good, they just want someone to be like him. And Donnarumma could be that guy, but I just feel like it doesn't adapt well to what they want. I feel like if they want a Casillas, they need another Spanish guy. I feel like go after a Sergio Rico or some young Spanish goalkeeping talent if they want to have something like that, because I feel like for Juventus, they just want another young Italian keeper. Why not go after the next big Italian keeper? It just fits in well, especially after Buffon. It just is a perfect way to replace him. And after and that will help you out Juventus a lot, because they are also known for an aging team. even though they have a lot of young talent. They had the oldest lineup in Champions League finals history. So let me know where you think he's going to go. I believe it's going to be Juventus, but I can see Real Madrid. I can see anywhere. Let me know if you think that was the best move for him, or that was a really dumb choice, or a really dumb time. Because now they don't have leverage, AC Milan, to sell him. Because every single team will just say they can get him for free next year and wait a year, instead of paying an insane fee for like over 80 million, which has been rumored that Juventus and those teams have been like trying to do last year. Now they have leverage that he doesn't want to stay in Milan. He will be leaving no matter what. So if Milan now don't have leverage that they're not going to sell him for that much, so now he really screwed over Milan big time, because now he's going to be gone. Now they don't really make any money off of him. Yes, he might be able to they might be able to sell him this transfer window, but for not nearly as much as he would if he re-signed. I thought he was just going to re-sign, or I thought the smart thing would be re-signing with Milan, and then selling him so they get the fee, and it just makes it better for. It's just more of a win-win if he wanted to leave. Just give them the extension, tell them that. Put a release clause, even though Riola hates release clauses. Give him something that makes a team want to buy him for a lot. But I think he screwed over Milan big time. But let me know where you think he's going to go. I know there's been a lot of rumors about Ronaldo, and that's why I didn't want to talk about it, because everyone's been talking about it, and it's more than likely going to be false. Because I don't, and other than if Ronaldo or the Real Madrid don't say anything, or they don't make a comment saying that Ronaldo will want to leave the club, I just don't believe anything what anyone says. Because more than likely it's just people trying to get more money, trying to get clickbait articles, or making more money off of papers, more clicks and everything. So like, I don't believe anything Ronaldo leaving anytime soon. If he does leave, I think we'll be going to the MLS, but I don't think that's going to happen in a few years, because he's still at the top level. It'll be interesting if he did make a return to Manchester United, but I don't see that happening. I think he will be staying at Real Madrid, unless he comes out saying that he wants to leave. But I don't think he will, and I don't believe any rumors. So if these rumors are true, where do you think he's going to go? But I don't think he's leaving anytime soon. Now let's get on to the NBA, as the draft is coming up. And things are already happening big time with it, as the 76ers acquired the #1 pick from the Celtics in exchange for the #3 pick, 2018's #1 pick, or first rounder, and the 2019 first rounder. And that shows me that the 76ers are done tanking, and that once they draft Fultz, they are going to make a huge effort to get into the playoffs. They have a lot of young talent on that team, with the likes of Simmons, more than likely Fultz, Okafor, Embiid, Saric, Covington, and I think they have a very good team coming along, and I believe that you should trust the process. But there's a thing that is questioning me, that they're trading all these first rounders away. Tells you that they don't want to tank anymore. But is this the right core? You haven't seen any. The only player I've seen for a full season has been Embiid, and he's been wary at times because he's not the best defender. But if you develop him correctly, I think he's gonna be a great player. But I'm really nervous about the injuries with the team. Simmons was out the entire year last year, and Embiid has been out for multiple years and didn't play a full season yet. And I don't know how Simmons and Fultz are going to play in the NBA, and I don't know how the core is going to play together. So I believe that they have the right team together. It's a risk, because you don't know how they're going to play. You don't know if injuries are going to keep them from being good or not. They're taking a huge risk, but I think it's a risk that they needed to take to show their fan base that they're actually going to try to win it. And I think it's good for the 76ers to finally get the team they want. Now they need to sign some players on free agency. And let me know if you think that this was the right move by 76ers to finally stop tanking and finally push for the playoff spot. I think they're good enough. Let me know what you think about if they want to trade, or did the Boston Celtics. Well, the Celtics got the #3 pick and 2 more first rounders. Just like when they did with the Nets, when they traded Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, they got all these first rounders to help rebuild their team. But this is where it questions me. Their team is already the top team. Oh, technically the top team, because they did win. They were in the #1 seed. They do have a very good team built together. They just, like everyone said, they need a superstar. but they need a superstar now, not in the next few years. So are these picks just to use as trade or trade bait to finally get the likes of a Paul George or Jimmy Butler to go on a team to finally make them a super or amazing team? Or are they just going to keep doing what they've been doing for the last few years and just keep drafting and hopefully develop someone to be their superstar? And if that's the case, I think they lose the trade, because I think that's not what they should do. Because before the trade deadline, they didn't want to trade for Paul George or Jimmy Butler because they didn't want to give away any players or picks. But now they got more picks. They needed to use those picks to trade with someone. I think, because let's say that Paul George, because he did say, or he's more than likely going to go to the Lakers after next season if he doesn't get traded, and he will sign with them. Gordon Hayward's rumored to go Celtics or to the Heat. Let's say the Celtics don't sign Hayward, he does go to Miami. There's only one player that I think could go to them using a trade, and that'll be Jimmy Butler. Now they have the picks, they can give up something. They didn't want to give up any players or any picks before, but now they have more picks. They need to give up something to finally get the team that they want. Let me know if you think that the Celtics should do. The Celtics need to trade their picks or trade something to get that superstar. Because the Celtics don't do anything and keep the pick and no trade or sign a superstar, I think they've just lost all the momentum they've been building for years. Because I think if they can't get the picks or get the signing, then I know for a fact LeBron James is going to make sure that his team is going to be amazing next year. As there have been rumors that the Cavs are trying to trade for Paul George, I know LeBron is going to be able to recruit players and make sure that his team is going to be able to win in the East and compete with the Warriors. So let me know what you think the Celtics should do if they did win this trade. I think the Celtics I think it's a win-win trade. I think the 76ers get their guy and get what they want and finally start winning, or finally start playing basketball and not tanking. And I think the Celtics finally got picks or a trade bait to finally use to finally acquire a superstar. So let me know what you think about the trade. Now let's get on to NFL news, and the latest of signings is that the Titans signed Eric Decker to a one-year deal to add on to an extremely new talented core of receivers that they just got with Davis and Tallman to help Marcus Mariota build a fantastic offense. Eric Decker is going to be the veteran for that very young offense or receiving core, and I think he helps the Titans to have one of the best offenses in the league. I think DeMarco Murray at running back, they have a decent O-line. They have Delaney Walker at tight end, and now they have these very talented wide receivers. If Decker could help them to become something great with Mariota, I think they're going to be a very deadly team and very good, and will be a tough team to play against. So let me know if you think that was a great signing. I think it was. And now let's get on to my last topic, and that'll be MLB news with the Yankees on a 6-game losing streak. Is it because it's just the West Coast, or what is going on with them? Because they've been struggling because of the 6-game losing streak. They got swept by the Athletics, but these games have been very close, and they did get very unlucky with Starting Castro missing the catch. Then he's getting struck out, then walk-offs, and all these games they lost to have been like by a run or so, or it's been extra innings or whatever. They just haven't been lucky. So do you think the Yankees will bounce back and with Aaron Judge and all their players become good again, or is this like the flaws or the issues that most people had with the Yankees when they first beginning of the season, because no one really thought they would be this good this quickly? And yeah, that's going to be it for today's Let's Talk. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like if you want more. I know I said I think I'll start doing this twice a week, but I haven't gotten to it, and I'm sorry. But leave a like if you want more of the series. I think I'll try my best now due to it's summer. I have more time to make these videos. Hope you guys are having a good day, and peace.